Hey you guys, this is your girl Sataya and I'm back with another YouTube video for my channel, Tay Slays. So I did her eyebrows off camera because eyebrows take me completely too long. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and do them off camera and then I'll start recording. So today I'm going to be doing a smoky. This is my very first time doing like a full smoky look. So this is going to be a smoky eye look with a not a cut crease, with a chunky glitter. And I have been sick here lately, so if you hear me coughing or clearing my throat in the background, I'm sorry, but I've been sick. So what I'm doing now is I'm tapping in. I have the P. Louise base. I'm tapping in the P. Louise base, and it's in the shade, what shade is that, 2? That shade, yeah, shade 2. It was 0.5 or it was 2. So I wanted to go in with a lighter shade because whenever I go to add like the dimension effect on top of the black, like I want that color to pop out. And she's a darker skin girl, you know, with us dark skinned women. Sometimes we don't get the color payoff that we want because we're dark. So we have to add on the lighter base. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I'm just all over the place. This is on my second video, so be kind. So we're still just tapping that eyeshadow base in. And now we're adding them lashes on. And don't come for me about these lashes. I do her makeup all the time. She likes the big blinks, so that's what we're putting on her eyes. That's what she likes. They're the 25 millimeters, and they're from the Bomb Lash Extensions. I love their lashes. We like fluffy lashes over here. I have some little mamas for the people that don't like big eyelashes, but 9 times out of 10, the customers that I have, my clients that I have, they like big lashes. And then I got me a little handy dandy little fan, because I be tired of sitting there trying to wait on. Like I was saying, the video had kind of got cut off, but I got me a little handy dandy fan because I be tired of sitting there trying to wait on the glue to dry, because it's tedious. Because if that if that glue is not tacky enough, then it's not gonna be right. So we're just pushing her lashes up, making sure they're on there correctly, tapping that glitter in. And this is the part I was telling you about. I had to go back in and add more glue because I didn't want that glitter to come off. And I had got a little bit of glue on her lashes, so now you just see me wiping, try to brush that out, and they kind of got stuck together, so I was trying to pull them apart. Almost definitely, I can't wait to try this look again when I get me a new base. So now you see me just kind of hiding that lash band in, and I'm adding some of that Sephora Precision Liner. And y'all already know how I feel about the Sephora Precision Liner. If you haven't got any yet, or if you don't have any, make sure you go get you some. That is the best liner ever. I don't care what nobody says. Can't tell me different. And now we just kind of meshing her real lashes with the falsies, and I'm just wiping a little bit of that glue off that got on the bottom of her lash line. And when you put on your customer lashes, make sure you ask them questions and make sure that they're not poking you, to make sure they're not poking them in the corner, because that is the most annoying thing ever. And what you see me doing when I was swiping that spoolie across her face, I was just getting some of the fallout from the glitter off her face, because you do not want to put foundation over. So now I'm adding the Ultra Repair Cream to her face. And I'm sorry, you're gonna see my big Okanagan without the video. Like I said, this is only my second video, so there's still a lot of things that I'm learning how to do. So now I'm spraying the Scandinavia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or wrong, but I got some new primers and setting sprays in the mail today. Well, I recorded this video yesterday, so yesterday. And like I said, I practice on her makeup a lot, so I try new things on her face. So it's the Oil and Shine Control Scandinavia setting primer and mist. So the first shade that I'm going with around in her face, I think it's like Black Walnut from Black Opal. It's their foundation sticks, and that's the perimeter shade. It's the makeup influencer. Her name's Shalita Maxine. She does like a 3-2-1. So 3 is the darkest shade going around, 2 is the lighter shade, and 1 is like the lighter shade. And which it makes sense, because pretty much nobody's face is pretty much the same color. Like, we all pretty much have pigmentation in our skin, and it's usually on the outer, on the perimeter, it's darker, and then it gets a little bit lighter, and then in your T-zone, you're usually the lightest. So I really do like this, the 3-2-1, and sometimes I'll just do a 3 and a 2, and then whenever I'll do my concealer, I do a little bit lighter, so that'll be my 1. But I don't know, try this technique, you might like it. And so you don't have like the little halo brows. Whenever I get to the 1 to do the color in her T-zone, I like to go back around the eyebrows again with that foundation shade, so everything can be as smooth and blended as possible. And what I went back in and sprayed her face with, that was the continuous set and mist from Morphe. After you put all your foundation and stuff on, I like to go back in and spray it because it helps it mesh a lot better. And I know you see that little top at the part where her hairline is. I promise you, it's all blended in, but her hair was dark right there, so that's what it is. But I don't want y'all to think I forgot to do her forehead up there. I did it. It's just her hair, and that's how her hair is. So that's what makes it look like that. And the brush that I'm using to tap in her foundation is the Real Techniques, the Instapop cheek brush. No, this is the face brush I use. And then you'll see me going back and forth between the cheek and the face brush in my beauty blender. I really did end up loving that glitter. Like, I love it. I ended up loving the glitter. But like I said, I'm going to recreate this look again, but I'm going to find me a different base to put down because that P. Louise black base, it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It just wasn't. I don't know. It was stressing me out. So now I'm just going in and blending in her foundation more. She's so funny. She be cracking me up every time she come over. I'll be cracking up. So now we're going in with the concealer, and I use the MAC concealers with the pump. I gotta get the right name for these concealers because I'm tired of telling y'all I was using the MAC concealer with the pump, but it does have a pump on it. And then I was adding that, and then I was going in with a darker, I think it was NW45 and maybe like NW50 or NC50. I got to get better when I'm doing people's makeup and make sure I'm writing the stuff down so I'm giving y'all the correct information. But I like to do kind of a shade that's closer into the skin tone to kind of help it blend out, and then I'll do a lighter color in her under her eyes because I just like the eyes to pop underneath. And then with that concealer, you go back in with that concealer again, with the concealer that and go around them eyebrows again because you do not want to have halo brows for the umpteenth time because we're not doing that this year. And now you see me go in under her eyes and adding that concealer in. At first, when I was putting this concealer, I'm like, now why did I drag that concealer all the way down like that? But it ended up coming out right. And then when you go back in and blend, you want to leave the under eyes last because the longer you let that concealer sit, the more of a full coverage look that you'll get. And that was a Juvia's Place concealer that I was adding for her contour, and I put it in her cheekbone area. And me and her, we go through this every time. I was telling her, when you'll see later on in the video, she started laughing because I was telling her, I'm like, every time I gotta tell you to lift your head up because you always on that doggone phone. We go through this every time. So now I'm just blending in that concealer. And them MAC concealers and the e.l.f. I don't know, MAC, e.l.f. and Tarte, those are like the best concealers ever. They just blend in so well. And the brush that I'm using to tap in her concealer, it's a Real Technique concealer blending brush. I believe that's the name of it or something like that. Now that I'm watching this video, it really does look like I didn't blend the top of her forehead, but I promise you I did it. It just her hairline. So don't come for me and be like, You didn't blend out the top of her forehead. Yes, I damn did. I don't know if I'm supposed to say cuss words on here, so excuse me. But yes, I did. I blended it out. Just don't look like it. And I had noticed that I had went over her eyebrow a little bit and kind of cut her eyebrow off when I was blending. So I went back in and I was fixing that. So now we're going in with the beauty blender and tapping under her eye. Make sure that we get that smooth finish. You make sure you contour the cheekbones and contour that forehead to make sure you bring a little bit of color back into the face. Contouring again over here and blending it in. And I noticed on the other side I had brought the contour up a little bit too much, so I went back in with, yep, right there. Went back in with the concealer brush and just used some of the foundation that was already on there and was blending it out a little bit more, blending it down. And this is the Fenty contouring sticks that I'm using to contour her nose. Then I'm using another Real Technique brush, and that's where she was laughing at. I was telling her about being on her phone all the time. Like, girl, sit still and get your makeup done. One thing about me, you come over my house, I'm a jokester. I'm gonna make you laugh. We're gonna laugh the whole entire time because I just play too much. And sorry once again for my big old head. Dang, look at that pinochle back there. My big old head being in the camera. And now I had noticed that her eyes had creased a little bit, so I was going back in and fixing her eyes. And now we're going in with the AC Cosmetics. I love their setting powders. Their setting powders are so bomb. The AC Cosmetics setting powders. And this is in the shade, I think like deep beige or something like that. But as you can see, like it just, the color, like it just melted into her skin. And these, like they give like no flashbacks. I love these setting powders. So where you set the face at is where you put the concealer at. So we're setting in the T-zone. We set on the eyebrows a little bit. And now we're going in with that Sacha Buttercup. It's that yellow looking shade. And we do bake the nose and we do bake the cheek. So now we're just snatching up them brows, snatching up them cheeks and setting and baking the cheeks a little bit. And that's what you see me doing right here. I gotta get better with where I be putting this camera at, because it'd be a lot of editing, because I had to go back. This video was like an hour long. I had to go, it was like 30 minutes cut off this video because I was just flipping and tossing and turning that doggone camera around. And I'm sorry, I am country. I am from Southern Illinois. So now what we're going in now with the Juvia's Place, the little bronzer palettes, and I'm going in. I was supposed to do this before I added the setting powder on, but oh well. I'm going back in and I like to set wherever I put the contour. So if I set with a cream, I like to go in and set, if I put a cream, I like to go back in and set it with a powder, I'm sorry. And now we're just adding blush to her cheeks, and that's the Juvia's Place, the blush palette, the green one, because there's like she got like two. There's one in a tan package and there's one in the green package, so that's what we use, the one in the green one. I'm sorry, I can't talk. So Now we're going in on her waterline. I don't know where I got this pencil from, but I love it. It's a little Smokey pencil, and it just popped up in my stuff one day. I don't know, who knows where I got it from. And I know I'm adding this to her direct eye waterline, but we sanitize everything over here. So I do sanitize before when I'm cleaning up my stuff, because I will use that on somebody else. And germs are real, COVID is real, and you don't want somebody to get something from something that transferred from somebody else's eye. So please make sure you're sanitizing your stuff before you're going back in and putting it on other clients. And now, because we're doing a smoky eye, we're going in with a black, and we're smoking out that black from her lash line. And the black that I use to smoke out that lash line, it was a shadow from the Nikita palette. And now we're just going in with that burgundy color from the Juvia's Place blush palette, and I'm smoking out that black a little bit more to give it a little bit more color. I cannot wait to recreate this look again, because I did like this. It was pretty. Once again, I just wish I had a little bit of a darker color for the black. And now we're going in with the Ardell Precision Mascara. I believe that's what it's called. I love this the little spoolie, because it has a top and a bottom. And we're using the little bottom mascara thing. And it's so small. It's just, I don't know, it's perfect. And we're also going to be popping her on 2 bottom lashes, because I'm trying to perfect the bottom lashes. So I'll be trying to, anybody that'll let me try it on, I'll be popping the mugs on. And I think they look so pretty. I love the little bottom. It just, I don't know, it gives the eye like a little extra pop. And those lashes that I'm using, it's like the little trio. It has the little clusters. It has like 3 of them on the cluster, and they're the Ardell, I believe. And I got those from Amazon, and they're in the shortest length. And now we're just tapping in that setting powder, and I'm using the MAC powder foundations. I cannot talk. I'm so sorry, y'all. The MAC powder foundation to set in that powder, so you don't have like that harsh line. And now I'm just dusting off that setting powder on her nose. And we set that face again with the continuous setting mist, and we're tapping it into the face so we don't have water beads, because that's not cute. And now we're just gonna wipe off her lips, wipe off some of the foundation and stuff that got on her lips, and now we're gonna do her lips. And we're gonna be using the Kylie Cosmetics, her brown lip pencil. And her lips, I don't know, you'll see what I'm talking about in the end. I mean, they were okay, but I wish I would have did a different color on her lips, because that brown that I used on her lips, it kind of made her lips look ashy, and I didn't really like it. So I know for next time what not to use on her lip. I guess with doing makeup, it's a trial and error thing, and you know what not to do or what to do for the next time. But I know for the next time I will not use that color on her lips, because honey, you'll see what I'm talking about when I get to putting it on. It kind of made her lips look kind of ashy. And it kind of like blended in with her skin. Maybe that's just what it was. I don't know. I mean, I like the color, maybe for somebody else, but it just wasn't for her. And then I'll go back in and I'll add some of that NYX Butter Gloss on top. we're just adding that butter gloss on top. And when you're adding the lip gloss and stuff, please make sure you're using disposable spoolies and stuff like that. The lip liners and stuff, you really can't use like the spoolies for the lip liner because it's not gonna be right, but you can always go and sanitize those. But whenever you using any type of lip gloss, put it on the back of your hand and use a spoolie. And if you have to use more, make sure you put more on a different spot and not putting it on that same spot, because if you're putting it on the same spot, you was already tapping in there, you're putting germs back into the thing. And I like to put a little bit of highlight on the tip of the nose, and I put some in the cheeks, and I like to put some down the bridge of the nose. And that highlighter that I'm using is one of the ones from Juvia's Place. And now I'm setting her face with the Scandinavia. It's a bridal setting spray. It's an oil and shine control. I have a few weddings coming up, so I'm trying this the Scandinavia stuff on her face to see how it works, because I bought new stuff for the weddings that I have. And so we're all done. If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or anything for me, make sure you leave it down in the comments. All right, bye.